Well, I hope the quality of the questions matches the quality of the entertainment we've seen last week. Glorious sporting carnage, I heard it referred to as.
I thought you were going to refer to the quality of the show that we had put together.
Well, that too. That was the natural follow-on from Champions League.
You don't seem convinced. You don't seem convinced.
Well, let's see if the questions do live up to it. We've got Mina and Sid with us too. Mina, I will go to you first for Joy B, who wants to know, was the Man City Spurs Champions League game the match of the season?
Oh, if we're talking about actual defensive capability, then I'm going to have to say no. But in all-time entertainment and for the drama, for the VAR, for the goals, for the technical quality when it comes to attacking football, then I think it was the most exciting match. To have that many goals in the opening 11 minutes, it was certainly my favourite of the season.
I don't think we can quibble about the defensive frailties.
Yes, we can.
Which clearly there were, but why let that spoil a good?
Well, it was remarkable when you sat watching the game, and I think everybody was texting each other saying, what's going on? I mean, what was it, 4 goals in 10, 11 minutes? It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just couldn't...
Who were you texting, Paul?
I was texting a lot of people.
I think he was texting Laporte, wasn't he? That explains why Laporte couldn't concentrate on the game.
I was just about to say, Sid, I mean, as a defender, you've always got to be on your toes. I mean, it was so sloppy. It was quite remarkable. And I don't know why.
You're a striker, Paul. Come on, you don't care about defenders.
No, I don't. But I do know a little bit how to defend properly.
You hold back occasionally, yeah?
Because I've listened to what Nichols had to say over the years, and I have took something on board that he said. But you know, I'll tell you what. Does Pep regret putting Gundogan in the holding role, no Fernandinho? I don't know, maybe he does, I don't know. But it was just a shambles of a defensive show.
I think what was most surprising about the fact that 4 goals are scored within 10 minutes of the game starting is the shift in momentum during the match that you don't expect to happen at this level. See, if it was my kid out there for the U10s doing it, then okay, you say, well, yeah, you can expect that to go. This back and forth can happen, but not in Champions League, not in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and not with a team like Manchester City that is a team that predicates possession of the ball, and so therefore at times taking the rhythm away from a team like Spurs because they wouldn't have access to the ball. That shift back and forth of momentum is something that I don't think Manchester City wanted a part of, and clearly Spurs took advantage of.
All right, well, VAR obviously played a massive part in the proceedings. Sid, I'll bring you in on the next question first. Sajad wants to know, do you think Real Madrid would have won 3 consecutive Champions Leagues if VAR had been introduced back then?
Well, I mean, I think in a way it's a slightly unfair question. I suspect this is probably a Barcelona fan, right? Trying to remove some of the credit from Real Madrid's Champions League successes.
Could be.
But I mean, it is worth. I mean, you know, this question can be asked basically of any European champion. But of course, we don't know what would have happened without it. But if you look at specific moments over the last 3 years when Real Madrid won the Champions League, I suppose you look back maybe at the late penalty against Juventus. But then I think VAR would have probably given that. I think you look at the Bayern Munich game in particular, where there are a couple of big questionable decisions, and maybe Real Madrid wouldn't have got through that one. I think that's probably the big one. I'm speaking from memory here without kind of going.
Yeah, there were a couple of Bayern Munich games.
Do this. Yeah, but the one in the middle of the 3 Champions Leagues, the second of the 3 Champions Leagues, when Arturo Vidal was so furious about it after the game, I think Real Madrid probably wouldn't have come through that. But then, of course, you know, as I say, you can apply this to lots of teams. You can take it, for example, to Barcelona at Stamford Bridge in 2009, and so it's very difficult to give a proper answer.
You see what Sid did there, right? So the question was about Real Madrid. So he addressed Real Madrid, but was very sure to also include Barcelona. So therefore, everything is well and balanced. That's it. All encompassing. We cover everything.
Yeah.
Would England have won the 1966 World Cup?
Yes, they certainly would.
Been introduced in 1966.
Yeah, because they won 3-2.
All right, on we go. Mina, let you take this one first. Go back to the Man City game, specifically. I can't even say it.
You okay?
Specifically.
Okay.
Pep Guardiola. Should Pep be fined by the English Premier League for continuing to wear that god-awful hoodie sweater? Asked Rick B.
I'm not sure about that, because if we're going to start fighting people for the way they're dressed, then I'm going to put up Neil Warnock. I'm going to put up sometimes, you know, the dress sense of others in the Premier League. But it's funny, actually, if there's one thing that I would like to mention if we were talking about VAR and everything that happens with Pep, it's perhaps, you know, if anything I'd like to find Pep for is why do you concede so many goals when it comes to the Champions League? Yet again, it was another defensive, and I know we don't like to talk about defenses, but Liverpool, how many goals did he concede? Tottenham, how many goals? Monaco, how many goals? That's what he should really be fined for, not his dress sense.
Are those defensive foibles attributable to the hoodie sweater, is the question?
Well, if it was for good luck, and if it was superstition, well, now he has no reason to keep wearing it. There you go.
Well, he threw it off.
Great point.
It's gone now. Superstition is gone.
He threw it off, didn't he, after the last one?
He's probably getting paid a fortune to wear it. He's not bothered.
What about his...
So you'd be wearing it, is what you're saying?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
What about
And
his,
you wouldn't.
Of course I would. I would have two of them.
What about his opponent? Is Mauricio Pochettino, asked Jeffrey, the best manager in the Premier League? Simple as that.
Well, a few weeks ago, he most certainly wasn't when they're having a terrible time. Look, everybody questions Pochettino. You know, the first question is Harry Kane's injured. He's not going to play again this season, or may not play again this season. So he has some that really pops up, and he plays very, very well. Is that to do with his management style? Does he put his arm around him? What does he say? What does he do tactically? I must say, last night when Sissoko went off and he brought on Llorente, I thought this was going to be hands down. I thought City were going to walk all over him. But
So
it just wasn't the case. So, I mean, tactically, is he the best in the Prem? He's very decent, don't get me wrong.
It seems like there's a binary response to this. It's a yes or no.
The answer is no.
No.
He's not.
Okay.
He's very decent.
No.
He's very decent.
He's done a tremendous job, but the answer is no.
But he's not the best. All right. Sid, care to weigh in?
Well, that was a short
Yeah,
question.
I'm going to weigh in. I'm going to weigh in from a non-Premier League point of view, which is to take it beyond, or even a non-Champions League point of view, take it beyond the fact that they've just got into semi-finals, take it beyond what they've achieved and whether they've won things or not. Because of course, this is always thrown at Pochettino. Well, he's never won anything. Well, we sometimes forget that only one team can win the Premier League each year, only one team can win the European Cup each year, only one team can win the FA Cup each year. I'm going to take it away from all of that and say, as England fans, Pochettino is the best manager in England. His contribution to the England team has, and so has Guardiola's, by the way. His contribution to the England team has been enormous.
So he's not then. It's Guardiola.
A lot of young, exciting English players. Mina, is he?
I have to come in and say one thing about all of this is that when you consider how much money has been spent by the two Manchester clubs and the lack of squad depth and the way that he managed the emotions against Manchester City for Spurs, he's got to be up there when it comes to talking about the best managers in the Premier League. He may not be the best one because everyone needs a trophy to really give him that name, but for the way that he's managed the side when he hasn't had Kane, when he hasn't had Dele Alli, when he hasn't had the depth to really play and challenge on all fronts, he's certainly up there.
So I think
what about Neil Warnock?
I think what I heard there from both Sid and Mina is that no, he's not.
No.
Okay. I think that's what I heard. Because they dressed it up nicely, but they wouldn't have him as to manage their team.
Because if he was
over some of the other guys.
If he was, Manchester United would clearly have appointed him, wouldn't they?
Well, that's a different decision
Let's
altogether.
not go there.
That's a very different question because, of course, Manchester United were speaking to him. And the fact that Manchester United went for Mourinho, obviously with hindsight, it's easy to say that was a mistake. But I think even at the time, a lot of people thought it was a mistake. But then, of course, look who's making the decisions at Manchester United. So I don't think that necessarily proves anything. Maybe there's another way of looking at this to say, all right, if it's not Pochettino, who is it?
All right.
Do you want a Allegri?
Is he asking the question?
Yes, that question came
I will take Pep Guardiola and I will take Jurgen Klopp over Mauricio Pochettino.
Yep.
Wow.
They're the two.
Mina?
I don't know. I mean, Jurgen Klopp is a great shout considering what he's done with Liverpool, but he's also really been given the money to improve the areas that he needs. It's the money thing. I'll keep going back to it.
Who do you take, Mina? Who do you take? Who do you take? That's it. We've got to come up with an answer.
Okay, it's Klopp. It's Klopp.
There he is.
There's a surprise. There's a surprise.
Hey.
Can't believe there's no love for Brendan Rodgers. I really can't. But
What? He's got great teeth. Great teeth.
And on the subject of Rodgers, final thing: have any of you guys ever experienced anything paranormal?
Paranormal?
And if so, what? Paranormal? Any encounters with
no.
anything beyond the...
Short answer,
Does
absolutely.
Ajax beating Juventus count?
I am convinced that at a house that we were renting in Long Beach, California, when I was playing there.
Ooh, Long Beach, California.
Yeah,
Oh, hello.
I am convinced that we had little kids running around the house that did not belong to me. I am telling you.
What?
I'm telling you that there were noises in that house that I could not explain, and I could feel presences around me. And but they were friendly though. They were friendly, and you know, I would talk to them every once in a while. Maybe I have the issue.
Was there any tequila involved in that?
No. You know, I'm all about Shirley Temples.
Hey!
Sid, can you clarify that there was paranormal activity noted in Dan Thomas's former apartment in Madrid? I believe there might have been some.
No, I think the activity going on in Dan Thomas's apartment in Madrid was abnormal, not paranormal.
That makes a lot of sense, Sid. A lot of sense.
That was Dan trying to
does.
speak Spanish, trying to learn Spanish.
Yes.
That was paranormal.
Failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing those white shorts of his that he used to wear.
Oh, don't
God.
say that.
Did you have to
you
leave
got
us
any
with that?
pictures, Sid?
I mean, honestly,
Send some pictures.
if we're saying that we've got to, if we're saying we've got to ban Pep Guardiola for that god-awful jumper, Dan Thomas's shorts.
He should have
he's
been
out of it.
Should have been banned from television a long time ago.
We've got to get all of those pictures, man. We've got to do.
Oh my good grief! Thank you very much, guys. I just have memories of you ghosting in at the far post.
Oh,
That's my paranormal.
Nice.
He did it.
Nice.
He
Well done.
did it.
Well done.
ESPN FC available.
You've never ghosted.
every day
Anywhere.
on ESPN Plus.
Not that light on my feet.
Yeah.